Look at all you good listeners. Good morning.
Hey, Missy.
Morning.
So Missy, remember that deal yesterday wanting to put in an offer?
Yep.
I had another one last night. So one of my clients saw that there was a Zillow listing and it said coming soon on Friday. He wants to put in an offer right now before there's any showing.
He can do that.
Because he doesn't want to lose. Yeah, he doesn't want to lose it. Hold on, let me put this on mute. He's like, my wife has been looking in this neighborhood. It's perfect. So last night at like 10:30, I'm writing up an offer. I'm like, oh my God. So that's 2 in one day. They want to put an offer in before it even hits the market.
That's what they have to do. That's very smart. Very smart.
And then she wrote a long letter as to why she wants to be in that neighborhood.
That's awesome.
So that's where it's going now.
Good. Good for you. Nice way to start off the new year.
So let's hope it goes through, both of them.
Awesome.
And I did the letter that Peter recommended. They want receipt that the owner's seen it and they sign it.
The seller's acknowledgement. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That is something we should use more for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So
good job, Lori. Good job.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Jerry. How are you?
I'm good. Hope everybody had a good holiday.
Absolutely. How about you?
It was excellent. It was nice.
Good to hear. Good.
hi, Mr. McDonald.
Hey, how you doing?
Morning.
Is that
Actually, I never heard anyone call him Mr. McDonald. Isn't
Morning.
that funny?
It's a Southern thing.
Yeah, it's like he's Joe McDonald.
I know, only when I'm in trouble.
Yes, exactly.
That's when I get it.
So it looks like we have a sunny day outside, guys. Isn't that awesome? Have some
great day.
sunshine. I see the sun peeking through Sam's sunroof right now, glistening off her new ring. That's why she has sunglasses on.
Yeah, I can't see anything. It's very bright out here. It's very early
It's very early for you, yes.
to be out.
Yeah, congratulations to Sam and to Lauren.
Oh yeah, 2 in 1 weekend.
What do you want me to do?
So she can come in and see the meeting and the conference.
Take the next exit. Not as
Hold on 1 second, guys.
okay, Julie.
Hey, Carla.
Ryan,
Ryan, no road rage this morning.
I had to mute him. Oh my God, just get us there.
So is everybody as happy about the new year as I am? Like, do you
Oh.
feel so positive about this real estate market?
I'm so
Yeah,
happy it's a new year.
I know. We're all so happy. We're all so happy.
Get you this.
They rolled their car.
The what?
They're sideways. It said they rolled their car.
Oh, yeah. I see.
It's easier.
This way we can see them both now.
I see. Yeah, now you get a little glimpse of Brian's road rage.
I live with Italian men. There is nothing that you could do, Ryan, ever to shock me, ever. There's nothing. Honestly.
Easy.
Or my children.
This morning.
Missy, you would be so proud of me. I wrote my letters and I sent them out.
Yes. Did you call any neighborhood?
That's for my today to-do list.
Okay, good, good. That's what I said. You have to take it in small steps.
Yes.
As long as you're doing an action each day, then you're going to do great.
Thank you.
Anyone have any good news to share? Besides
I have
Lori,
bad
who
news.
was writing up all these new offers this week.
No, I'm
Pleasant
about to hit the
scene.
Mega Millions and leave all of you.
I think if you win the Mega and the Powerball, it's $1 billion.
Ooh.
I think the chances of that would be like, woof.
Mhm.
I'll win the cash 5 and take the 50 grand and be happy.
Or you could just make some appointments, build your business.
I knew it
and
was
make
gonna
the
get
old-fashioned
turned that
way
way.
like the rest of us. That's what I say. Oh, I'm so excited. I am so excited. Who's sitting next to
wait.
you, Dominique? Thank you guys for all being on time. I so appreciate it. I told you we have a special guest this morning. He has a new name. He's Mr. McDonald.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, please. That was my father. It makes me nervous when I hear that.
Yes, I
That and
understand.
Joseph. Mr. McDonald means I'm in trouble, and when they call me Joseph, I'm in trouble. So both are scary. So
Yes, I understand.
Name and there you're really in trouble.
Yep.
what's that, Eric?
You throw the middle name in, then you're really in trouble.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. There's only one
Just
way to
move
go
out.
from there, right?
Yeah.
That's very true.
So if anyone calls me Mrs. Iamello, I say, no, that's a small little Italian woman in Verona. Okay, that's Mrs. Iamello. I am not Mrs. Iamello. So we can get started, Joe.
Want me to get started? Okay,
Yep.
great. So I just wanted to take a couple minutes, and of course we can't get together live time, real time, but I think that's going to happen this year. I think some point in 2021 we're going to be able to do that. So I just wanted to kick off and wish everybody a happy new year, and reflect a little bit back on 2020. I mean, when you think about where we were a year ago with 2020, right? The first quarter started really nice business wise, weather was good. And then March came and COVID hit, which was really a life-changing event. And I know a lot of people that and a lot of people on this call went through a lot of personal challenges and are still going through those challenges. But on a positive note, which hopefully helped, is the business really came on strong. We didn't know in March what was going to happen, honestly. We had 18 companies here that were affected, and the world changed is what happened. And we quickly went into action. We went virtual between our virtual opens, our virtual presentations, staying positive, call sessions, anything we could do to mobilize a sales force, we did. And what came out of that was we got into end of June, July. And what I've been saying for years is we are tremendously undervalued and have been for a long, long time. And other people were realizing it. So you had a heavy influx of people coming from urban areas, which have come to our markets. And then pretty much from July on, we didn't have a month in the region where we were less than 30% growth, some months 40% growth. And at the end of the day, we exceeded all our budgets for 2020, which is really crazy considering, what everybody went through. So you should feel really, really proud of what you've accomplished. And I know what you're still dealing with as time goes on. Hopefully those things get better. Something else I just wanted to touch on is as a top producer, we got a lot of top producers on this call, and that applies to me as a salesperson and Missy. Once you come off a strong year and January hits the first week, the anxiety kicks in and you say, oh my God, can I do it again? I can't believe, can I do it again? That is a very normal, natural feeling that all of us have. And you should know this, your success was not an accident at all. Your success was driven because your work ethic, your professionalism, and the value you bring. That's why you're successful. So the way I see 2021, 2020 was a warm-up. 2021 is going to be the year where the money's made. That's where the opportunity is in a massive, massive way. So I'm going to share a stat, just kind of a high-level stat with you. So Morris County, Weichert Realtors was the #1 broker in Morris County for 2020. We were the #1 broker. We did about 2,500 transactions, right? #1 broker. But yet there were about 14,000 transactions done in the county. So when you say, wow, we did great, the available market, which is what I look at, right, which was over 13,000 units or 12 available to us to do. So to that point, whatever you did, there's enough available market to even grow your business further. So you should feel really optimistic and positive about that. Some advice I would give into this year is, whatever you did was successful, keep doing it. But I would add a couple things to your business plan. I would embrace My Weichert. I think it's really, really important to do that. I would look at how I manage inventory, right? Listings will be an all-time premium than ever before. Slow down on how you introduce a listing to the market. Share it with your office, #1. You don't want to put a house on the market on a 12 o'clock on a Friday, have the house sell at 3 o'clock with 4 offers. The seller pays us $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. You pick the amount, and we did the job in 3 hours. The seller does not feel good about that. We know all the work that goes into that. They feel that they sold the house too fast. That's what they think happened. So I would recommend slow it down, do staged marketing to get the property on, exclusive, launch it on your social media, sit the open house where you can, follow all the CDC guidelines. But for a top listing agent, you just don't want to get that one listing sold. You want to get more listings from that, and you want to, ideally, if you can, double end the deal yourself. Good for you to do that. So you're going to see spring has already started, and so you're going to see that continue. Another bit of advice I would give is with closing dates. We typically, believe it or not, schedule 80% or so of our closings are scheduled for the last day of the month. And I know people do that because there's an illusion where people think that they're saving their client money. You're not saving your client a dollar. It's a per diem deal. What happens though is the client thinks they're closing on the 28th. The closing gets pushed for whatever reason, it gets pushed into the next month. The experience just went down. It went down. So my point is, I believe the agents pick the closing dates, pick dates that are like the 21st, pick a Wednesday date. So think about the experience. You're going to get a great mover on the 21st, right? Because they have availability. Utilities are going to get turned on better. The attorney can spend more time with your client. The experience can be more pleasant, which will, of course, lead to more referrals for you and make it for better peace. It also, honestly, for us, it spreads out your income too, right? So you're getting paid throughout the month instead of the end because things are getting pushed. So, my forecast for this year will be the best year that we've had. And, people ask me, I've been doing this 34 years. So I've seen a lot of markets. I've never saw 2020. And in 04 and 05, those were good years, not as good as what we're coming into. 2021 will be the year where people can absolutely blow their business away. So however well you did, the available market is massively deep. Take action. And so one of those things may be something I would recommend. I would recall every single person I met in 2020. Just check in, updating my notes, checking in. How are you? And we schedule these call sessions for a reason. You don't have to unmute yourself, but kind of do it as a team. You'll hear something. Come on, recall people. One more tip I'll give, because the buyers are waiting on MLS for listings to come on, aren't they?
Yeah.
Aren't they waiting, right? They have feeds and they're getting things sent to them. So if I had a buyer that was already pre-approved by Anthony and already was ready to go, like I had a real buyer, I would come on a call session. I would call 10 homeowners that meet that buyer's need. People that aren't even on the market. I personally sold a lot of houses this way. Call them up and the dialogue might be something like this. Hi, Mr. Homeowner, Mrs. Homeowner, this is Joe McDonald from Weichert. This is gonna sound like a crazy call. I have these buyers, they work at Verizon. I'd give them a little bit about the buyer, so it's a real buyer. I wouldn't give the name. And I would ask the person I'm talking to, do you know of anybody in your neighborhood who's thinking of selling? I need your help. I wouldn't ask them. And then what they say, oh my God, we're thinking about selling. Really? So if you carve that time out to call 10 to 15, 20 sellers a week where you had an actual buyer, I'm telling you right now, you're going to double end transactions. You're going to find a property that is going to come on the market, and that's going to happen. And you can still charge them full boat, by the way. That doesn't mean you get paid 3%. You can get paid full boat. So I am incredibly optimistic about 2021. I left the office here the other night. I'm at corporate, by the way. It's me and a couple people. I know Missy's in the other building. And I have to tell you, I pulled on Route 10 and I go east on Route 10 before I get on 287. And I almost drove right into the car at the stoplight in front of me because I saw a celebrity up on this billboard, this beautiful picture, and the person photographs tremendously well. And Jackie, it was awesome. It was lit beautifully, and you look great, and hopefully it generates a lot of business for you. Really, really cool. So I think Jackie's muted right there.
Yep. She doesn't know
She's
how to
saying,
unmute.
all right, Wendy, get me unmuted here.
Exactly. There she goes.
But no, thank you for that. I haven't seen it yet, so
Oh my God.
I went down.
Beautiful.
Is it big?
Yeah, well, you'll see these black tire tracks. That's where I hit the brakes and almost drove into the guy in front of me. So you'll see it in the right lane when you go there.
Okay, I'll go
But
check it
really,
out. Thank you.
absolutely. And by the way, it's, talk about doing different things. I just want to compliment Jackie. She's doing videos to differentiate herself that I'm sure you've seen, and they're fantastic. They're
You like that
fantastic.
too,
So
huh?
I do. I love them. I love them. So remember what I said. We did about 2,500 deals just in Morris County. We're number one by far and away. There's 12,000 transactions we didn't do. Now, not a negative. It's a major positive. So keep working the plan. You guys are in the absolute right business. And whatever the house sells for, it's worth. Don't get in the way, because here's the point. We are so undervalued. You can't buy the land and build the house for what we're selling them for right now. We're still not at replacement cost for these houses, and they're giving the money away to buy it. So stars are aligned. It's going to be a beautiful year. We deserve it. I'm not a weatherman. I usually jinx us when I do this, but the next 10 days look beautiful.
Yeah, I can see
And the
it.
open house traffic's been great. So Happy New Year, guys. It's a privilege to work with you, and I'm very proud of all you guys. So awesome
Happy New
job.
Year.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Hey, guys. Thank
Happy
you,
New
Missy,
Year,
for letting me
Joe.
jump in
Taking
your
the
meeting.
time this morning. I
New
appreciate
Year.
it.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
Oh, Dom, you're there too?
I'm on.
I love her. I love her. All right, I'm now muting everybody. If you would want to unmute, please do so. Okay, there we go. So welcome, everybody. Happy New Year. It's so great to see everybody's face this morning. I missed you all tremendously. I hope you all had some time to refresh, because we are going to kill it this year, even more than we have in the previous year. It is going to be, like Joe said, the best year ever. All signs point to a great market, and you guys are already prepared to make the most of it. So hopefully we can keep this momentum going. So my New Year's resolution for our office is to encourage each of you to implement one new action each month and keep it simple. I think what we tend to do as agents is overcomplicate and overwhelm ourselves all the time with the tasks and the actions that we need to do on a daily basis. Okay, so I really want to hopefully try to simplify that for everybody by just creating one new action each month. And if you do that action once a day for 5 days a week, for 25 days, you will simply grow into organically a good habit daily. Okay, so this month for January, I'm asking each of you to make one call a day, or if you're already making your calls consistently, good for you, make one additional call each day. So that would be 5 additional calls a week and 20 additional calls a month, which will be huge in your business. It's only going to help build your pipeline and help you get to the goals that you put into place for this year. So that's what I'm asking you. And you have to make them regularly. You have to set time aside each week to make your phone calls. It is real estate 101, and it will make you more comfortable prospecting. Nobody is born comfortable prospecting. You have to make sure that you put it into place yourself each day. So one call a day, guys, that's it. Make one call, pick up the phone once a day. And if you're already doing that, add an additional one before you finish up each time, okay? I think that would be huge. And we want to make these simple things so that you are, you know, that you empowered, you feel empowered to do them every day. Not that you say, oh, I can't make 100 calls today, so I'll do it tomorrow, and I'll do it the next day, and I'll do it the next day, and all of a sudden, you know, it's December 31st, 2021, and you haven't made a call. Okay, so we really want to make sure that we do this together, which is huge. So just a little bit of advice on how to build your confidence. Stop promising yourself things and then breaking those promises. You know, it's so easy for us when we're doing something for someone else, when we're doing something for our family, when we're doing something for our coworker, when we're doing something for another associate, right? It makes it easier for us because we have some accountability built into that organically. So we want to make sure that we don't let someone else down, but we're always letting our own self down, right? So we have to stop breaking promises to ourselves. So the promises, the goals that we've made for this year, we really want to make sure that we continue each day to work hard towards them. Facilitate little wins every day. Okay. Again, don't overcomplicate anything. Just do simple little actions each day to make sure that you're growing your business. This is your business, and you are responsible every single day to make sure that you're doing everything to get, you know, to get people inside your door, so to say, as if you were a brick and mortar. How are you doing that every day to get people inside your doors? Read and listen to books and join trainings. I want to add to that. Confidence comes from competence, and competence comes from education. Ask someone who is at the next level what steps got them there and follow them. I always say to you guys, we have so many great agents who are willing to share their successes and what they do. It's unbelievable, you know, what a great culture and environment we have in this office, and it's all due to the agents helping one another, right? People will stop what they're doing to help you out all the time. Take advantage of that. Reach out to these agents, ask them to go for a cup of coffee, or just when you see them in the office, stop by and ask them a few questions, or listen to how they work, or listen to how they talk to their clients on the phone. You have all of that here for you. Make sure you're taking advantage of it. And then number 5, work on developing your superpowers rather than trying to fix your weaknesses, right? I don't like to make calls. Well, then what do you like to do? What has brought you business in the last year? Why don't you focus on doing more of that, right? Find someone to make your calls then, and do the things that you're really good at, getting in front of people, whatever it is. Make sure you focus more on those superpowers that you hold versus what you don't do well. Okay, it's really, really important. So I hope that helps a little bit in helping build our confidence for the new year, because confidence is key in our business. So we have some great news this year, right? The end of the year brought us a lot of great news in our office. I'm so excited for so many of our agents. So 3 of our agents got engaged, right? Because we have Ryan and Sam, congratulations. And Lauren Iaruzio both got engaged the end of this month. It was so freaking exciting. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so excited to share the journey of your engagement and your marriage and all the great stuff that follows with that. So congratulations to you guys. Really, really exciting. Everybody's so excited. Congratulations, Carol Polk. Her granddaughter got married this New Year's Eve. So how exciting was that for them to get to share New Year's Eve with their granddaughter? They had a smaller wedding than planned, but you know, Carol says it was absolutely amazing. No expense was spared, and they had a great time. As you can see, Carol and Buzz dancing there. I still want to know what Fountain of Youth Carol drinks from, because she looks unbelievable. Honestly, like that is just unbelievable to me. So congratulations, Carol. Congratulations to your granddaughter. I'm glad you had an amazing time. And then lastly, our Mark Hetrick, such a cutie, such a sweetheart, had his first grandchild. So just wanted to share that with you. Mark Hetrick is now a grandpa. So congratulations, Mark. I know that's such an exciting part of our lives as we grow older, to be able to have that new baby come in and spoil them and treat them differently than we did our own children. So congratulations, everybody. I'm so excited. What a great end of the month we had in our office. Our office award winners. So these are our office award winners for December. And I will be doing the awards for the year in the next few weeks. So I'm just working on them. It takes a little longer to put those all together. So obviously I'll announce that to you, but these are the award winners for December. So before we get into that, I just want to congratulate you guys again. You never cease to amaze me when I am asking to hit our objectives at the end of the month. You know, I have to tell you, Silvana is extremely, extremely competitive. You may not know that, but when we get to the end of the month, if we're not near our objectives, she is like doing everything she can to make sure she is finding out who has sales that have not been handed in yet. So, you know, we really try to push that. And I told Silvana, I said, Silvana, I can't be on my manager's meeting on a Wednesday night in front of all the other managers and not be on the board with this team that I have because we're so incredible. So thank you guys. We hit our objectives for listing. We actually were 150%, 157% of our objective. Our objective was 14 for December. Obviously, it's a slower month, and we actually had 22. Our revenue units was 103% of our objective. It was 65. We actually did 67. And then our closed revenue. So that's the closings that you guys had in the month of December. Our objective was 49. We actually had 84. How amazing is that? So 171% of our objective. 35 agents contributed at least one unit. So we had 30% of our office contribute. What my goal is, my real objective for the year for the office, for the team, is that we have 80% of our agents contribute to the office. And that's because that means that you guys are more successful, it means that you guys are bringing home paychecks. That means that you guys are, you know, reaching your goals. So I really want to get that number up. I think that would be huge for all of us. Some fun facts for the month of December. So this is actually year over year. We were up 7% on listings year over year from 2020 to 2019. So we had 377 listings this year in our office compared to last year at 351. So think about that a minute, right? We have very low inventory, correct? We were out of business for basically 2.5 months this year, and we still superseded the amount of listings we put on year over year. So that's really, I thought, quite exciting to share. Revenue units up 22% year over year. So 886 compared to 729 last year. And then closed revenue up 16%. We were at 657 this year compared to 567. So 90 closed units year over year. So, and that's with 2.5 months closed down. Like, that is incredible. Really, really incredible. So congratulations again. Awesome, awesome month. So our wall of excellence for this month, we have Jackie Skura, top producer, Mara Glauberg, top listings, and the Barnett team, Samantha and so they weren't paying attention until that moment. Samantha and Ryan, all our park and space winners for the month. Congratulations. You know, a great month, especially in the month of December. So congratulations, guys. So for dollar volume, we had Jackie Skura at 6.7 million. Not too shabby for the month of December when everybody's slowed down, right? Mara Glauberg at 3 million and Brenda Lee at 2.2 million. So Brenda Lee and her team did an awesome job. So congratulations, our top dollar volume. Listings, top listings for the month, Mara, Jackie, and Michael Elms and the Elm Street Group. So congratulations, guys, again, especially with listings. You know, listings, we had a lot of nice numbers this month. So I'm really happy. And then for sales and buyers, we had Mara Glauberg, the Barnett team, Ryan and Sam, and Brenda Lee and her team, which is Brenda, Peter, Layla, and George. So congratulations, guys. Awesome, awesome month. So our top 10 for the month is Jackie, Mara, Brenda Lee, the Barnett team, Cheryl Towie, Gloria LaForgia, Shneha, Lauren Iaruzio, Rob Rodriguez, and Bill Rowans. Congratulations, guys. I love to see new faces on here all the time. It's so amazing. So congratulations to a great top 10 for the month of December. You did amazing. And then our Wiker Lead Network, Dollar Volume and Units, Tabitha Williams. Again, we see her up here. She's doing amazing with those leads. Again, you know, most people will say these type of leads are very hard to convert. But according to Tabitha, she doesn't believe that, right? She's not believing that they're hard to convert because she's doing an amazing job with converting them. So congratulations, Tabitha, on your Wiker Lead Network success. And then on accelerating this month to 90%, Joanne Bickers, congratulations. It's always nice to see the accelerating when it comes up. I love that. So congratulations, Joanne. And then finally, my last slide is for Wiker Pride Award. And unfortunately, the person who I've nominated for this month is not on the call. And I'm going to explain why in a moment. But I struggled with, should I keep it on or should I not? And I did keep it on. And I hope you all help me with the project I want to do for this person. So Audrey Segal, our sweet, sweet Audrey. She is such a positive part of our team, right? She's gone through a lot in her life and always, always positive. Not only that, she looks after everybody with the Sunshine Club. So every time you receive flowers or anything from the office, that's our Audrey, right? She's always on top of making sure everybody feels good when they're, when times are bad for them. So I wanted to thank Audrey for her support and for her positivity. She's really such a sweetheart. But I also have to let you know that her sister passed away, okay? And of course, I'm gonna send her flowers on behalf of our office. But I think it would be so amazing if everybody could send Audrey a sympathy card or a thinking of you card or a card to make her feel better when she gets back home. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because this is usually put on to, because this is recorded and I put it on YouTube, I don't want to share her address here, even though it's public knowledge. I will put it on the email that I send out when I share the slides with you, okay? So I think it would be wonderful. I mean, obviously email and text are nice too, but since she's not technologically savvy, I don't know that if that means as much to her. So if everybody could send her a little note thinking of you, I think that would mean so much to her when she got home, if she had all these cards waiting for her that she could open and see how everybody thinks about her. So I would really appreciate that, guys. So our office news for the month. Let me just see something. I want to make sure. Okay. Sorry about that. So thank you, corporate headquarters team. We successfully collected 73 toys this holiday season. So, and we started late, but we had a great turnout. We had a lot of people coming in, dropping off toys. We had a lot of our agents sending toys to us directly from Amazon or from Walmart. So we collected 73 toys. Unfortunately, I had dropped the ball. I think I told you this, and I thought that, usually the toys are delivered over to corporate for Toys for Tots. But because corporate was closed this year, I didn't realize that we were responsible for finding our own place to donate them. And because a lot of places like hospitals were not taking them directly, you had to have them shipped to them. They were no longer taking bag full of toys. And it was a few days before Christmas. One of our agents, Jennifer Fox, I asked her, since she was a nurse, if she could reach out to a few hospitals, and she ended up finding Rockaway Township was delivering toys the next 2 nights. So she delivered the toys to Rockaway Township Police Department, and so our toys were successfully handed out to those in need. So thank you, Jennifer, for helping out with that. And thank you guys for supporting our office and supporting those in need during the holiday season. That was a lot of great toys that we had. And if you've seen our front lobby right now, you can't even walk in it because of the coat drive going on. We literally must have like 20 bags of coats out there. So again, the coat drive is going on until January 8th. Tara Epsky, chair of that, and she's she put out a lot of social media with that. So we've had a lot of people dropping off bags of clothes. Like I said, I mean, there has to be like 200 coats out there, literally. She was hoping to get 25 because it's her 25th year anniversary. she definitely superseded that.
You're getting me excited. Stop.
Yeah, literally. It's so crazy, Tara. You have to see it. You can't even walk out there. You can't even sit out there.
I'm taking them all on Friday, so they will be gone
Yes,
from the
please bring
office
a
room
big
by
truck.
then.
Please bring a big truck.
I don't know if they'll fit in my car. We'll see.
Yes, exactly. But so again, thank you guys for your support. It was awesome. I mean, there's just so many coats out there that are going to help so many. So our birthdays this month. Patty Baxter is actually this Friday. Jen Fox and Tara Epsky, who we just heard from. Happy birthday, ladies. Joanne Bickers and Sunny are on the same birthday, the 12th. So happy birthday, Joanne, and happy birthday, Sunny. And then our anniversaries this year, we have Lonnie at 13 years, lucky 13. Joan Garamone, Deb Pollock is 14 years, and Jerry LeConte is 6 years. So happy anniversary, guys. So 2021, keeping the momentum going. We will definitely have increased production this year. So just a few things, you know, I think there was a lot of spoiler alerts, unfortunately, when Joe spoke of things that I was going to present to you, but that's okay. So 2020 was a great year. 2020 will be even a better year. Residential real estate will be great in 2021 and beyond. We are in the right business and have a lot to be grateful for, guys. We really are. Since 2017, we have increased sales 38%. Okay, so we continue to grow. Businesses are not going to keep the amount of real estate they have as leases are up. They will be downsizing their brick and mortar locations. That's just a little fact that I added in there. So what is your perspective on the market? Is it harder to get business? Is there going to be enough business to go around? Let me share with you where we currently are in the market. So as Joe said, we have #1 market share in GSMLS and Morris and Sussex County, okay? So Morris County, we closed 2,428 sales. And there was 14,226 units total, okay? So that leaves us with 11,798 opportunities. So when we say there's enough business to go around, guys, there's enough business to go around, right? That's a huge opportunity of available market that we have that we can continue to grow our own individual businesses with. Sussex County, 1,435 Weichert closed revenue units, 6,788 in total. That leaves us with 5,300 opportunities. So we have 20,000 opportunities right there between those two counties, right? And there's obviously more. And then in GSMLS, we were #1 in GSMLS as a brokerage. 9,183 Weichert closed revenue units. I guess I didn't finish that, so I will tell you right now. So out of the 9,183 that Weichert closed in GSMLS, there was 83,000 in total, okay? So again, that leaves us with 74,000 opportunities in the MLS in a whole, okay? So just thought that was, you know, very good information to share with you so that you never feel that you live in a world of scarcity. We live in a world of abundance. There's always going to be opportunities in real estate and a ton of them, okay? So just a little bit of things I want to go over, prepare for the new year. I did this session on Monday and it worked out. It was really, really well. I think this is for agents of regardless of where they are in their business and how long they've been in their business. It's just a quick reminder of things that we need to be doing to start off the new year. Right, so that's tonight at 7 o'clock, and I shared the link with everybody this morning. So please join me for that. It really is a great refresher to get back on track for the new year. Please, please, please complete your business plan. If you have not, you should not be going into a new year without knowing where you're going. You don't get into the car to drive somewhere you don't know and just try to figure it out on your own, do you? You'd be driving around for a long time. Well, the same thing with your business. If you want to be clear where you're going, you need to have your business plan and you need to look at it constantly and consistently to know where you are and where you've been and where you need to go in the future. We're going to be sending out a SurveyMonkey link again. I just want to know what type of training you guys are interested in. So I would love it if you could just take 2 seconds. I don't even think it takes a minute to fill it out. So please do so and let me know what things you're interested in the coming year. So this way I could provide you with knowledge that you are looking for. And just, this has nothing to do with real estate, but if you haven't done this, or if you haven't seen this link, there is a place to register for your vaccine, for your COVID vaccine, on the covidvaccine.newjersey.gov. You go on there, you can register. So it asks you questions. So it sort of puts you in perspective where you fall in, I guess, the line of when you need to be done. So I think they want everybody to register. So I did last night, and here's a link for you just as an FYI, if you haven't done so already. So again, this will be shared with you when I share the meeting slides.
Missy, do we have to?
You don't have to, no. No, this has nothing to do with real estate. Like I said, it was just like a little, just because I got it, I thought I would share it with you guys. So keep your distance. We all know the new COVID rules, right? 6 feet apart, wear a mask, stay safe. So in order to continue to keep our team safe, I put together the following reminders for you. COVID-19, 6 feet apart. Buyers without a pre-approval, 8 to 10 feet apart. Lenders looking to get coffee with you, 12 to 15 feet apart. EXP agents that are overly curious about your plans for retirement. That should be like 20, 25 feet apart, okay? Or anyone for that instance. One of the agents shared with me yesterday, she said, I have to tell you, so-and-so called me today. And I said, you just tell them I'm from Bloomfield, I will take them down, okay? I have no problem taking anybody down, all right? I will do it.
They're out there recruiting like crazy.
I know.
2 calls a week.
All right, just send them over to me, Carol. I'll take them down for you.
No, I just tell them I'm old and I'm through.
I love it. And then we will no longer, once we get out again, any networking events without an open bar, definitely no. Okay, guys, you're not going to waste your time on those. Okay, so I thought those were very important safety precautions that we need to take moving forward in the new year 2021. So Stephanie, I get a break right now from talking.
Morning, thank you. Just wanted to go over a couple of things that Missy had mentioned on the training on, I think it was Monday, going through the what to do in the new year, something about profiles.
Yeah,
so,
update your profiles.
Updating your profiles. So I just wanted to show you the 2 places in our Wykert systems that you just need to update your profiles. Unfortunately, you have to do it twice. So if you can go to the next slide. So the first place you're going to do it is in My Wykert. So when you get into your My Wykert system, in the right-hand corner, there's your email address. That's your admin menu. So if you click on the email address, it pulls down a menu, and it's the third choice. It's My Profile. So you'll click on that, and then once you open it, next slide, please. Once you open it, you're going to click the edit button, which is sort of like in the middle of the screen. You'll see it's a blue button. It's only a blue button on the screen. All of the fields are editable except for your name, because it's your legal name on your license. So unfortunately, you can't change the name, but everything else on the screen is editable. Make sure you add your photo. Because your photo, all of the information on your my profile in My Wykert populates to your website. So you want to obviously have your photo, otherwise it will be just a silhouette of a person. Make sure you use correct spelling. Do a spell check, maybe in Word or whatever, to make sure that you are using the right spelling. Because again, it's going on your public website, so you want to make sure everything's spelled right. So, all of that information, some of it is pre-populated for newer agents or anyone who hasn't ever logged in. It's pre-populated with your name, again, and your cell phone number and your email address. But everything else you need to fill in. So the next slide. And then the other place that you need to edit your profile, again, you could copy and paste, but there are 2 places that you do have to edit it. So also in My Wykert, you're going to click on the Wykert Tools button on the left-hand side, which is almost at the bottom. I might have a little arrow there. And once you open that, you'll click on the My Bio tile. I don't have the picture there because I don't have that tile on mine because I'm not an agent, but it is the My Bio tile when you open it. So it should be blank, but if it's not blank, you are able to add sections and edit any section that is there. And if it's blank, you're just going to click on add additional, right? So you see there's a little arrow pointing on the add additional, and the different sections that are available are there. Only add the sections that you have content for. Don't add it and not have anything there. It will be blank. It won't look good. And you're going to want to fill in all the information. Also, you need to add your photo here. You need to add your photo in the Weichert tools under My Photos. So I have a little picture there. You add your photo, and then you click on Web and Project. So all of this stuff flows through to Weichert.com. So, all of the offices have a website, and it has an agent finder area. So all of the information here is going to flow through to there. So this way you have your information for people if somebody finds you that way instead. So you want to make sure that you have it for web, and it also flows through to your listing presentation. So you want to have it for web and project. Any questions on that? I mean, a lot of people already have a lot of the information filled in because people I've worked with. It's one of the first things I like to go through with people because I want to make sure that you set it and forget it. You don't have to ever think about it again. It's all already done. Anybody have any questions on that?
So guys,
Hi,
make
Stephanie.
sure, okay, that your profile is up to date on all your websites for the new year. Make sure you go in and you refresh everything. Everything is the same and consistent.
Yeah.
I have a question. It's Terry.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi. Okay. Maybe it's a strange question. In terms of the picture that's on the site, what's the required number of pixels? Because the one that I have, I don't like, but I don't know how to get the other one that I prefer on. So is there a required number that you can tell me that I can check out with someone? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does make sense. I actually don't know. I don't think it's required. Are you saying it's blurry?
I don't know what happened to the one I had originally, and then the second one got automatically put up there. That is really a hideous picture. So I wanted to change it. And when I looked into it, I think a couple of years ago, they said something about it's not the right kind of pixels. So what is the right number is, I guess, all I'm asking.
I don't know that information, but I can use it for you.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So something that, in addition, so that's kind of it for as far as my training for the day. But Missy and I talked yesterday about having a monthly marketing piece or marketing idea for everybody to utilize on their marketing materials or mailings. I did a little bit of a drop-by gifts if you guys are going to do door knocking at all, some email blasts, social media content. So what we're going to do is every month we're going to come up with a tagline and maybe just ideas for you to use. And obviously we can discuss it more in depth. If you want to give me a call or stop into my office, we could talk a little bit more. But one thing that came up was for January, we thought maybe it's a good time to have a lip balm. It's dry out, something like that. We thought that a good tagline was the real estate market is the bomb. So an idea that you can do is you can go to the dollar store, buy, 50 things or 30 things of lip balm if you wanted, or you want to go a little bit more expensive and, go to CVS and buy a bunch of lip balms. You can tape these and you can actually, go to your farm and door knock or leave it on their doorstep or leave it on their bench or whatever they have up front with your information. I can absolutely help you customize it. We have some nice paper here. Maybe I can print out a couple for you so you can see what it looks like. Just some more things that you guys, in your marketing arsenal, anything that you would need. I'm also going to come up with social media content that you can use, and as well as an email blast. I've already done January's, and I'll share with you what it's called in the email templates. So that we're going to have something every month. So this is January's, and we're working on February and March's now too.
So in my goal to keep things simple for you guys, I thought the more that we could put together for you that you didn't have to think about at the beginning of the month or mid-month, the month before, like drop-bys like this, everybody wants to do drop-bys, everybody thinks about doing door knocking or drop-bys or just a cute little saying, for different holidays. I thought this would be a nice way to make it simplified for you guys that we do it each month. And then you just have to, Stephanie will customize it to you and brand it to you. And you just let us know what you're looking, if you want it, and we can do it. And then you just have to come print it out, cut it out, do whatever you're going to do. But you don't have to, it takes out that overwhelming feeling of you trying to figure out what you're going to do each month. Right. So I thought this was a good idea. So our first one we came up with, which obviously we crack ourselves up with, but is my current real estate market is the bomb. And, so little cute ideas like that. So if you have cute ideas like that, we'd be happy to hear them and share them. But this is our January idea that we came up with. And again, it'll be consistent with different ways for you to reach out, not only through drop-bys and door knocking, but also, send as an email or put on your social media, just cute little ways to use that idea each month to make it a little differentiate yourself from the others. So
We have a quick question.
Sure.
Now, is it like a prize where we get the branded bombs every month?
Mm.
Now, whatever you guys are doing, is that like a prize for being
do it for you.
or something once a month?
Is it your prize for what? For doing it?
For doing something, I don't know, top
Your
sales.
prize is that you're going to have clients calling you and you're going to have so many clients that you're not going to know what to do with yourself. And then that's when we come in to support you even more. That's what your prize is, your clients.
Those lip balms.
Where do we get the lip balms?
Well, so that's something we can look into too. If we want to do things like look into getting things that are like, if a lot of people want to take advantage of it and get a better rate because more people want to do it. So we did discuss that as well, getting some resources to you ahead of time and saying, this is what it would cost if you guys want to do it. If we have 200, 500, 1,000, 2,000, you know what I'm saying? Based on how many people want to participate. So we just put this together yesterday, Jen, so it's brandy new. But I thought that's a great question.
Very cute. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know you like, door hanging and Popeye. So this is again,
walking around and meeting people.
yes, exactly. So this is a good idea for people that like to be face to face, walking around, hanging on a door, just put a little string in it, two holes, put a string on it, and just hanging on people's doors. I don't know if people are comfortable door knocking right now. That's fine, but you could still drop by and put things around a neighborhood. Okay, it goes a long way. So, so here is the way that we were putting it together.
Right, so I came up with a couple, so that's the print card that you saw there, and then I came up with a couple of social media posts. Obviously, you can do whatever you would want, but I just, threw out some ideas here. Maybe a little bit Facebook to Instagram is slightly different because Instagram's a little bit, you can't really click on it, so I would rather have, the phone number and maybe a link in the caption versus Facebook where you can click on something.
Yeah. Any questions or any other questions in regards to that? Okay.
And again, as always, I'm back in the office 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Feel free to, set up one-on-one, whether you want to do it on Zoom or in person. I'm back in now. So thanks everybody for your support while I was out. I appreciate it.
A great time to really get that My Record up and going. That's going to really help you tremendously moving forward in the new year. So take time one-on-one, Zoom call or in person to get yourself going in your CRM and, where it needs to be in order for you to be successful this year. So Anthony.
Where'd I go? Hello, how are you?
Good, how you doing? Happy New Year.
Pretty good. Happy New Year to you too, and everybody else. Let's see what we got here. It's like a black screen today. It's like flip-flop.
I did do it different, yes. Trying to change it up a little bit.
No worries. So a lot of stuff going on. It's going to be a very interesting year, and as long as we get some listings, it's going to be an unbelievable year too as well. So rates should kind of stay pretty good, but there's a lot of talk around COVID, as we've been hearing a lot about, stimulus money coming out, and, with the stimulus money and additional, stimulus happening, things are going to have to kind of go another direction. They can't just keep kind of going low. 10-year treasury was at the highest level was at since March. So obviously, as if you're not familiar with the treasuries themselves, the 10-year yield is where kind of they based the 30-year fixed rate off of rates wise. So we're already starting to see rates kind of tick up a little bit. So, we'll see how things kind of progress with, runoff yesterday with Senate. There's a lot of talk, obviously, with that, depending on what happens along that, not to get political, but a lot of things like that and COVID and stimulus money are going to play a big role going into, first quarter and beyond. I mean, they expect rates to be unbelievably low. So that's going to help out a lot of our buyers afford more, as we know. But just a little update here, there was a push for a larger stimulus checks as the holiday weekend. The effort was stalled in the Senate. Rates stayed near record lows over the holidays as COVID cases continued. Spike as the vaccine rollout did not hit expectations. The big economic news this week will be the jobs report. So we'll have that, I think, tomorrow. So we'll see where that kind of plays out. December's data will give us a good read on how many jobs were lost net in 2020. So that'll give us a whole picture on the entire year. Then through those numbers will be subject to future revisions, obviously. So that'll play a lot of part as far as the economy. It's estimated it will have at least 10 million jobs still to recover. So that's still a lot of people. And then the runoff. So obviously these slides were made earlier in the week. So we'll see how things kind of roll out as the week kind of progresses with all the numbers and stuff. Just a little food for thought. I mean, I use this obviously all the time to our clients, and I explain to them what that is, because you can't just use the word DTI. You may not be familiar with what a debt ratio is, but this is the number that when you total someone's total earnings, gross earnings of income, right? And then you take all of their revolving debts, credit cards, car loans, student loans, and then the proposed mortgage they have, or proposed mortgage they're buying, and then you're dividing those two into each other, right? So PD is principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, plus all their monthly revolving debts, and you're dividing that into their gross income. And, that equals your debt ratio. So with that being said, we're qualifying people for loans, right? Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac typically will, depending on the down payment and credit scores and stuff like that, they will go up to potentially a 50% debt ratio. You see that they're on the conforming side. However, though, they really want to stay at like a 43 or lower traditionally. But if you have good qualified buyers and stuff, we'll push that envelope. And we're seeing that more right now. People are going higher than what their limits are. Why? Well, we've talked about it for years now. I mean, everybody's paying more than they wanted to for a home. Home prices are going up. People are going to have to get out of their comfort zone. But with that, we hope the lower rates are kind of counterbalancing those things too as well. So that's an important thing to know. But ratio is a really, really important thing. You really can't bend. FHA has a lot more flexibility with that. So that's why you see sometimes when you're talking to agents and they're accepting an offer and they're nervous about a VA or an FHA loan, FHA and VA have a lot more flexibility when it comes to guidelines and debt ratio and stuff. But it also kind of puts a lot more risk there too as well. This is not on here, but there was a recent change on a program from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac that takes effect the 8th of this month. Again, it doesn't play a lot into our world. It's more for the multifamily world. So, depending on if we have buyers looking to buy a 2 or 3 or 4 family, but Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac about 5 years ago rolled out a program for first-time home buyers, people with a certain income threshold, that you could just get away with putting 5% down on a conventional loan. They actually changed that program starting the 8th. All loans have to be locked. I have to put one in actually today, that they're going back to 15%, which is the standard conventional requirement. So there's a lot of changes kind of still happening in the environment. I think they're looking at everything from a risk standpoint and a potential loss standpoint. So you're going to start seeing potentially more and more people take advantage of FHA loans when it comes to multifamilies. For the most part, over the years, it's always been that kind of play. But I've been able to do a lot more conventional buyers with programs like this. But I think they're starting to see a lot more losses where potentially with COVID this past year, maybe people stopped paying their rent, which means people had a challenge with paying their mortgage payment. So with that, they're pulling back a little bit on programs like that. Again, we don't really see that too much in our market physically, but in the Essex County market, a little bit more in the urban market where we see a lot of those multifamilies, first-time home buyers, there's some program changes kind of happening there. But this just kind of gives you a good explanation as far as debt ratio, how it works. And again, this is what kind of caps people out on what they can and can't afford. And we have to manage to that. And then when I'm pre-approving clients, I'm running their qualified loan through Fannie Mae's online engine, Freddie Mac's engine, running it through FHA, VA to confirm for me to issue a pre-approval. that they're going to pass these thresholds and qualifications. And that's what's really important. I know I speak to so many people out there that they never run what they call our findings to determine whether or not someone's eligible. And they just assume based on what they see in their computer that someone could be qualified. Sometimes if you have a lower credit score, but a low debt ratio, Fannie and Freddie may not like the transaction. So it's not always a guarantee. So you always want to make sure, your borrowers are qualified on that. And, it's been month over month after month since I've been kind of tracking this and promoting it. Our customers are loving what we're doing, turn times, getting things closed, making things happen. So again, the biggest thing going into 2021 is just, keep things what we're doing. Any support you could help out, financial and everybody across all under one roof. I mean, we're making things happen. People are very, very thrilled as far as what we're able to do. Rates are fantastic. Products are getting done. We're closing loans at record basis. And we've had as a company, one of our best years ever. So I thank you for all your support for 2020. And I'm looking forward to an unbelievable 2021. So we got a trivia question here. Jerry, where you at? There you are. There you are. So according to CoreLogic, homeowners with financing increased their equity by 10.8% in the third quarter of 2020. How much equity did the average homeowner gain?
B.
Was it A, 4,000, B, 25,000, C, 9,000,
D.
or D, 17,000?
B.
B.
D.
Hey,
B.
Got some B's, got some D's. The answer is D, 17,000.
D.
wow.
It's crazy. It's unbelievable right now.
Anthony, can I ask you a question,
Of course you
please?
Yeah.
Now that some people have been furloughed and they weren't able to get their mortgage and they've gone back to work, how many weeks do they have to be working in order to get their mortgage approved?
So there's no real science to that, right? So like, let's say if someone got laid off, sadly, due to COVID, and they were out of work for a month and then their employer hired them back, as long as they're gainfully employed back, I mean, typically they may, if it's only like a month or something like that, they may just look for like a first pay stub just to confirm their earnings are the same. If you have someone that, let's say, has been out for a longer period of time, let's say they got laid off in early March and April based on the type of job, and they're just getting back into the workforce now because companies are kind of restabilizing. If they were out for a longer period of time, we might look for a 30 days worth of pay stubs, actually like 2 to 3 pay stubs worth, just to kind of show that everything's okay with the job. It's not just a blurb and then all of a sudden they're going to get laid off again. COVID's been a really challenging thing a lot for self-employed buyers out there, people that are 1099, business owners, because what don't we have when we're dealing with a business owner? We have no idea how their income went throughout the entire year of 2020. Usually we get copies of their tax returns, right? So the problem is it's going to be a very interesting year as we get through the first quarter and people start doing their taxes for the self-employed folks to kind of see what their earnings are. So anybody that's closing or we've closed throughout 2020 or over the next couple months before tax returns are done, we're asking for a lot of information. We need profit and loss letters as we always have, but we need a lot more information from accountants. We need bank statements on their businesses to show that there's business revenue coming in that aligns with what their gross sales have been and stuff. So I know some banks out there are barely even doing self-employed. Like they're looking for like blood on all their clients. It's a very challenging time because no one really knows if a business is performing the way it once was. And as we're seeing, some employees out there have to take pay cuts and stuff, we're qualifying them off of their lower reduced income. And then at that time too, as well, like I had a client early COVID where they got laid off and their income was reduced by 15%. We had to get something from the CFO saying that like business as usual, everybody had to take a cut 15%, but they're expecting business to move on and that they're not going to have any challenges kind of going forward, because the last thing we want to be doing is making a loan for someone to have them find out that, they got laid off or a company closed down and now they can't pay their mortgage, but shouldn't be really any restrictions, Virginia, as far as like length of time, unless someone's been out for a long period of time, or, we deal with that when people are like homemakers and they re-enter the workforce, as long as you have a 2-year history, typically, over like a 5-year period, as long as you have a month's worth of pay stubs, you should be in good shape.
Thank you.
Good
You're
question,
welcome.
Virginia.
Any other questions out there? I got Tabitha next to me yelling no.
Yeah.
But thanks again for everybody, and let me know if you need anything.
Thanks, Anthony.
No problem.
So the new homes on the market this week. If you're on the call and you want to talk about your listing, please do so. So Tara Epsky has 720 North Beverwick Road in Parsippany for $540. Jackie has 395 Allentown Road in Parsippany for $350. And Mara has a new listing at 16 Union Street in Netcong at $240.
Excuse me,
Yes.
Jackie, is Allentown, is that one gone already? The one in Parsippany?
I don't know.
Get her off mute.
Get her off. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it had multiple contracts. I don't know if it's actually officially signed, but I know for multiple.
Okay, it's gone. All right, sorry to interrupt, Missy.
No worries. So those are our new listings on the market. Anybody else have anything new coming on the market that they want to share with the office, or any price changes?
Yeah, this is Vin. I have one coming out today. It's at the Regency in Denville. It's a 55 over community. I think they take 48 and over. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath townhouse, 2-car garage with basement and a den, priced at $650.
Great. That's a great one. That's a great price point too. That's a beautiful community.
Yeah.
I have a Woodmont townhouse coming on, 3 beds, 2.5 baths for $450. He just completely redid the kitchen, the master bathroom, the powder room, and the laundry room. So it's in really, really nice shape. If anybody has anybody looking for Woodmont in Randolph.
Awesome. Anyone else have anything coming on? Good to share.
Coming out at the Mountain Club, a 2-bedroom, 2nd floor unit. I'm getting the owner to pay half the commission to, price at $1,800 a month.
Very nice. Okay.
Hi, I have a new one coming on first, Mountain Lake. It is a 5 or 6 bedroom house. And it's listed for $800. That's an exclusive right now. Just signed it, and it's coming soon, so already getting calls about it. I have another one coming on in Morristown within the next couple weeks. It is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath colonial, totally updated, really, really fabulous looking house, and that's going to be listed for $775.
Nice. So guys, reach out to Catherine Adcock. You heard those 2 great listings coming on.
To drop a bunch more ballots and take the election from him. The Trump campaign, meantime, blaming the media.
I'm going to mute you guys because you're fresh. Okay, if you want to unmute yourself, please do. If you have any other listings too. So that was Catherine who just announced those 2 Mountain Lakes and Morristown. So please reach out to her. 2 great new listings coming on. These are the things you want to be able to share with your clients, right? Your buyers that they are not able to find. So that's the beauty of sharing these listings now and having that inventory to share. So thank you guys. So here's our local market absorption rate. Morris Plains has 4 active listings. I mean, it's crazy. 8 went under contract in the past 30 days. So these numbers, yes, they've gone up a little bit, the absorption rate. But we're still nowhere near a buyer's market in any way, right? We're still heavily in a seller's market. And these numbers will continue to go down again, the absorption rate anyway, once, as we get closer and closer to the spring market. So, we always say in real estate, this is our spring market. This is when there is the least amount of inventory. This is when anybody that you have, you should be telling them, get your house on the market now. Do not wait until everybody else puts their home on the market in March, April, May, when it gets warm out, right? This is the time to do it because you get a lot more opportunities. I heard of 2 open houses this weekend. One had 44 buyers through and one had 42 buyers through. That was on a holiday weekend. It was a freezing cold weekend. Okay, so the buyers are out there, guys. Make sure your sellers are taking advantage of that. So 59 homes in Parsippany. I mean, anyone who's been in the industry for a long time, I'm sure you're like myself, who never thought you'd see 59 homes available in Parsippany, right? It's just unbelievable. 33 in Denville, 18 in East Hanover, 15 in Hanover, 15 in Boonton, 43 in Morris Township, 43 in Randolph, Montville 42, Rockaway Township 47. I mean, these numbers are incredibly low, and we knew that, and we know that that's how it's going to be moving forward. So we really have to be proactive in reaching out to people. Like Joe said, call the neighborhood. If you have a buyer, don't sit around and wait for that home to come on the market. Be proactive and call around the market. Generate business for your clients. You know, be the exception. Do go above and beyond for each of your clients. It's really the way we have to move forward in this year and in this market with the shortage of inventory we have. So
Missy, I just wanted to say we just reduced one of those 4 listings in Morris Plains, 16 Glenbrook.
Okay.
We just reduced to 589.
589, awesome. Yep, one of the 4 listings. So there you go. There's 4 listings in Morris Plains. The Elms have one of them, and they just reduced it. So great opportunity for your clients. So guys, if I was to say 2021 is a gift I'm handing you, you're in the right business this year. You're in the right place. You know, you have all the tools and resources you need to have the best year ever. And we're going to make sure you do that. So take this as a gift and don't take your foot off the pedal. It is already January 6th. Whatever you do today is going to affect you a month and a half, 2 months down the road, right? So you want to make sure that you start that momentum now. Do not wait. We're in a great market. We have a great day out where there's no snow on the ground. You have to take advantage of everything that we have going on for us today. So have a great year. Have a great day. Thank you all for attending. Thank you all for being on early. I truly appreciate it. And, you know, we're back here full force to help support you get to where you need to go.
Thank you, Missy.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hoorah.
Hey, Dennis,
Yeah,
how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I know, it's so good to see you, Dennis. It really is.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Hi, Lanny.
All right, guys.
Congratulations on 13 years.
Thank you.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hang up. All right, bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.